So, also watching a little bit of TV. You've probably never. Well, you don't really watch a lot of TV, but
No.
yeah, America's Got Talent. You've seen the show though, right?
Yeah.
We were just watching an episode the other day. Me and my wife, and there was this girl, dude. She was a comedian, and she claims to be a comedian, and she apparently is on
Female
YouTube.
comedians.
Yeah. She's on.
Very
Apparently, she's
creepy
on.
ones.
Yeah, she's on YouTube apparently, and I guess she's good enough to get on America's Got Talent. I don't know what you go through to do that, but apparently she's good enough to get on there. I think they voted her on for some sort of YouTube special. And I guess she writes her material in like 2 hours or something. Like, she's really quick about coming up with material. I think she needs to spend a little more time. But anyway, she was telling these... Oh my god, dude. She was bombing. She was up on this big stage, we got...
She only spends 2 hours on her
Yeah,
jokes.
you got the judges in front of you, and this huge auditorium. She's telling her jokes, and they're just terrible. I can't even okay. Here's one of her opening ones, and I'm not going to be able to exactly mimic it, but this was the gist of it. She gets up there and she's like, I usually what was it? I usually break up with a guy. After I don't hear from a guy after 5 months, I switch my Facebook status to single.
Yeah, okay.
Waka waka. What the, really? That was it, dude.
Straight to the Facebook joke.
Yeah, and what do you mean? At 5 months, I switched my Facebook to... okay, how many girls out there have a boyfriend that they don't hear from for 4 months... And then they finally hear from him, they're like, oh, phew, okay, 1 more month, and I would have switched my Facebook, we would have been through, man, that would have been the end of it.
It's more like every hour or
right, generally when you first start up a relationship, but I mean, even then, if you don't hear back, or hear from them after, 3 days, I think that even as a guy, that's fair, 3 days is almost too much, 5 months, where did you pull that number out? Where did you pull that amount of time out of, But that was how she started, and it didn't get any better from there. She got a couple pity laughs from some probably relatives off in the distance, but oh man, I was waiting for the hook. Nick Cannon, the host guy, comes up, and the first thing he says, he just grabs Rush Hour and goes, "I'm so sorry." Just like that. I'm so sorry.
Who was he apologizing to? Her,
the girl,
the audience.
Oh man, yeah. Well, it was, dude. Best way I can describe it, there was nothing sadder. I've never seen something so sad. I think the only way it could be even more sad than that is that if you had a little boy on stage with his puppy, and let's just say Howard Stern came up with a shotgun and just blew this puppy apart right in front of this little boy, then after that turns to the little boy and says, "Your mommy and dad, you're getting a divorce and it's because of you." That would probably be the only thing that would be more pathetic than this comedian act. It was just a bummer. I felt so bad. I was squirming, dude. I wasn't even up there. Oh man. So I'm gonna go on to another thing that just kind of pisses me off. Another thing that disgusts me. And tell me if this ever happened to you. You've gone through town at night. I said on the last episode I'm a fry cook, so my hours are irregular. I work whenever to whenever, and sometimes that whenever spills over into midnight. And I go to leave the restaurant, and I'm going up the highway, and I get hit with every fucking red light on the way out of town. And there's not another car in town. It's just me leaving.
Yeah.
And I get hit, not only that, but I get hit with these red lights, and I'm there, stuck there. And I'm like pulling the cop trick, where you flash your brights.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. So I'm sitting there forever.
Acts of desperation.
Yeah, come on. I just pulled a 12-hour shift. Get me the fuck out of here. Nothing? You ever had that happen before?
I tend to just take the back streets at all times.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to deal with the light. I don't want to deal with the traffic. You just take that street down by the...
Yeah. Don't give it away.
That too.
But I'm starting to become more partial to the back roads myself. The highway is, especially during summer, a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, I got stuck behind a muscle car of all cars today, and with no one in front of him, and he just wants to do 35. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? That's ridiculous. So.
It's like, I'm a really calm person.
Yeah.
But in my car, it all kind of changes.
Yeah.
I really get mad at people, like, when they're messing around in the car. Because, well, for one, there's a lot at stake when you're out on the road. Not only your vehicle, but if somebody's being really stupid, they can, harm your life.
Well, yeah.
Or harm other people.
Yeah.
So that makes it extra harsh when I'm, like, judging people. So it's like,
okay, that's what this is
I'm really
about.
mellow,
Fuck people,
blah,
so.
blah, blah. Put me in a car and somebody cuts me off and I'm like, oh, you fucking asshole. What is your...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I mean, that's not, that's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, I don't think anyone has ever not done that. Obviously, you have to be a courteous driver, and you're not a courteous driver when you're fucking doing 20 miles under the speed limit.
When you're like, when you have your routine of how early you need to leave from work.
Oh, yeah.
And then this asshole, like, throws a monkey wrench in your schedule by slowing down to
fuck it. Oh, dude.
40.
Yeah, you got it. That's exactly what really gets me leaving, because I like to get there at least a half hour early so I can eat something and get acclimated to the atmosphere. Because if I just get there, clock on, and just jump right in the middle of a rush, dude, I'm a wreck. I don't know what to do. I can't focus on any of the orders. And, I didn't eat anything all day, so I'm hungry. And, then when I leave with plenty of time, and, like some fucking douchebag in an RV, doesn't know how to use those turnout lanes, and there's not a lot of passing lanes, on the road we're speaking of here. So you don't have a whole lot of chances to get around somebody. And when you do, lo and behold, there's another fucker doing the exact same thing about a mile down the road.
Yep.
God, fucking assholes, man.
It's just amazing that these people are even on the road still. Like, it's like, you should have... How did you not die at some point in your life in a car accident? The way you drive.
Someone shooting you like me. Well, here's another little interesting topic that me and the guys were talking about the other day, or yesterday actually, when we were hanging out. We went and got some Taco Bell, then cruised down to one of those... again, don't want to give away the name of where we're at, but